Now, the transition from print to digital has reshaped the publishing industry, marking a shift towards online platforms as the future of publishing. Ebooks emerge as the primary source of revenue, closely followed by online newspapers and magazines, as traditional print circulation and physical book sales decline. However, amidst this digital transformation, questions arise about the prospects for the avid reader in Africa and the rest of the world. Well, for our showbiz segment today, culture journalist with myjoyonline.com, Kenneth Aotudako joins me to discuss this. Great to see you. First time for us in studio.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I like the hard copies when I want to read, but there's a surge in interest for ebooks. Tell us about it and why that is the case.
Exactly. So since the inception of technology, basically, a lot of things have had to migrate from their traditional forms into digital forms. And, the literature, space is one area that wasn't left out. So ordinarily, you would find people go into libraries or have to buy hard copies of books to read, amongst other things. So with the inception of all these devices and gadgets, it became very important that some of those materials are migrated onto those platforms. So basically, a digital book or an ebook is, the ability basically to access all of your literature on any device that you have, whether it's on a mobile phone or a PC or a tablet or whatever it is. As long as you're able to access your books on there, it's basically an ebook.
So what are the benefits that make ebooks more preferable compared to the traditional hard copies?
So from the jump, the fact that it is on a device or a mobile device basically makes it very, very accessible. I mean, you can access it anywhere, and it could be in different forms basically. Then there are also some features that make it even more pronounced, because some of these ebooks basically have even text-to-speech features, which makes it very easy for people who maybe cannot see to be able to understand whatever is happening in whatever literature or art form that has been transcribed onto the book. And so this also goes on to even help people who have, for instance, someone may be suffering from ADHD. So maybe the person may not be able to focus on one thing for a very long time. So for this feature, which is the text-to-speech, the person is able to at least concentrate through the the audible form of whatever the text is transcribing. And so there are a lot of basically features. And also when it comes to technology, when it comes to the digital form, you are also able to create multimedia content. So for the areas where there needs to be interactivity, maybe there's a video that the book is referencing, or a visual context that the text wants to reveal. These digital forms makes it easier for the reader to be able to access some of these art forms while consuming their regular books at the same time.
But how profitable is the industry really? Because I'm on a Telegram platform where we share books. I can get 100 books for free without having to buy it. And so, what makes this industry profitable?
I'm pretty sure that Telegram group is one that I share with you. I think I'm able to check. I have to go.
Yeah, because we need financial reasons to make the leap, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because publishers basically also are in the business of making money. So I understand why such a question will come up. But if you go into the US, it is, as of 2022, the revenue share of ebooks was about $1 billion, and that was 2022. Basically, it fell from 2021 because it was making more in 2021, but went down in 2022. Which is the reason for that basically is that there was some fall in the amount of people who were interested in that particular area. But if you look at the numbers, you'd realize that when it comes to audiobooks, digital books are a thing, but they have branches. But the audiobooks are just the audible version of the digital books, and it appeared that it saw a surge between 2021 and 2022, and it's expected to continue this year as well. And so that is also another area that we may have to explore a little later in a different show altogether. But that is the industry. It is a $1 billion industry as of 2022,
$1 billion.
And it's expected to see some rise in the coming years as well. And so publishers who are also contemplating that, they may want to enter into that space, this could be a reason.
And so how can we take advantage of this in our part of the world, right here in Africa?
For Ghana, for instance, if you look at the technology space, the education ministry is basically championing, an agenda towards promoting STEM. I have met many advocates of literature who have, posited that it will be important that while the government continues to push this STEM technology agenda, it will also be interesting that it channels some of its focus to the literature side of things, because I mean, it wouldn't be fair for those who are into the business of arts, the business of creating, stories through books, amongst other things. It would be unfair on their side to have them, sideline when it comes to some of these things. And so, if government also focuses some of its energies that is, being, distributed around the STEM region, and also putting that much effort into literature, I think is something that is going to really help. Aside that, there's also the need for investment from private players, from government as well, and individuals who see the literature space or the digital books as the future, as the world has come to, accept as well. And also, African stories, basically telling them is another way of getting people interested in that. Because if there are a lot of platforms, there are a lot of digital platforms where books can be accessed, and there are no contents that are contextualized in the African narrative form, it becomes very difficult to have Africans tap into that. And so if you want them in there, then you should be able to also get the narrative from the continent to be able to draw people into that kind of space. I think so when the attention goes there, it will be easier for people to gravitate towards it as well. And so basically a collaboration between tech, the tech industry and also the literature industry, when they come together to collaborate, I think it's going to be important in ensuring that they see some growth when it comes to the digital book space.
What book are you reading this weekend?
I'll share the PDF with you.
Please do share. I'll share mine with you. It's Who Switched Off My Brain. Nice.
Sounds lovely. Sounds lovely.
Yeah, I'll share the PDF with you as well.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Kenneth Darko, culture journalist, I appreciate your time with us. Good to see you in studio. Well, speak about